nuts. He's just like so much energy. I'd love to play for him. How can I say that when West Ham fans will probably be watching it? Brentford are that team that I think a lot of... It's a second team.
Sunday is the big one. East versus West, Brentford versus West Ham at the Brentford Community Stadium. So I took a look into my little black book of contacts to see who I could pull in to do a little preview with. Tom Davis, busy. Danny Dyer, working. Jack, mate, we ain't going to get in really, are we? So I've come back to my old place, Soccer AM, with my mate, Jimmy Bullard. How are you? Good?
Thanks for having us.
Long time no see, mate.
Put me in a nice melting pot there, Danny Dyer, Tom Davis. I'll take that.
You were first choice, really, mate.
I bet I was, yeah.
You were.
Good to see you, though, boy.
I know. Well, you didn't realise I'd left, did you?
I thought you were still editing up top.
Yeah, that was really that was the confidence boost I needed.
We miss you, boy. You know that, don't you? How's it going over there?
Yeah, loving it, mate. Absolutely loving it. I'm still watching the show, of course. But look, let's get into it.
Go on then.
West Ham, I'll be honest, mate. Before I met you, I didn't really maybe realise how big a West Ham fan you were and stuff growing up. When did it start for you?
Surprised me a bit, because I'm always sort of mentioning it on the show, you Irons. I've always been a West Ham fan and born Newham way. My dad being a massive West Ham fan just drove it into me, really. Never been a big watcher because I've always played.
Yeah.
You know, as a player, if you're playing weekends permanently as a kid, it's hard to go and watch your team. Midweek games we went up and watched at the old bowling ground, Upton Park. And then playing, it's a weird sort of dynamic because I found myself playing for Wigan Championship and playing against West Ham.
Yeah.
So that's a weird scenario.
But you also joined West Ham at the start of your
Sorry,
career.
yeah, I skipped a bit there. But I signed the same day as Paolo Di Canio. So I went on a 2-week trial from non-league, Harry Redknapp being the manager, and then Paolo Di Canio come in on a little weekly trial, and I was on a 2-week trial, and Harry offered us, well, Paolo's contract's a little bit heftier than mine, but we both signed the same day, and Paolo looked after me. It's brilliant, great learning curve.
When you was on trial then, did you feel a bit more pressure? Did you put more pressure on yourself because this was your boyhood club?
Yeah, I think just naturally your family, there's all at the East End, so it's like West Ham, like it's our actual club, almost still had claret and blue on my walls. You know, I was only 19. Wow. Yeah. So, you know, even though it's old in professional terms, you're still half a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and I was painting and decorating and then signing for your boy a dream clay. It's like, it's weird. It's like, and then I was on the bench at Anfield 2 weeks later. So from painting and decorating to on the bench at Anfield is just right.
Yeah, and you mentioned there Di Canio. He like epitomised a lot of like, you say the West Ham way gets spoken about, but also like you love your entertainers at West Ham, right? And that kind of segues onto Brentford a bit in a player that I thought you lot would love more than maybe you do in Saïd Benrahma. For us, he's one of the few players that probably we've had at Brentford that I'd pay money alone just to watch.
You're spot on. I'm definitely one of them that love him. I think you've underneathed it a bit because I think there's a load of fans that love him.
Yeah.
But we're really win-win-win. I think a lot of West Ham fans would rather win uncomfortably and be up the league table, but there's a lot of us that really like to see class.
Yeah.
And he's definitely one of them, you know. So it's a bit, you're right in a way, but I think there's a lot more lovers than...
Do you think he needed a season under his belt? Because obviously it was still a step up to the Premier League. Look, we thought, he's going to go up there and he's going to take the mick like he was in the Championship, do rainbow flicks over everyone. You can't do that, can you? You've made that step up.
Yes, it's tougher. It is tough, but you see glimpses of it.
Yeah.
You do. I know week in, week out for you, he was phenomenal.
Ruining people.
Like... I used to come in and say to you, who is this dude? Like, it was really, he was frightening. But you see a lot of glimpses of it.
Right.
Let's not underestimate that. He is quality, but it's just harder in the Prem, top flight. It's just harder, isn't it, to produce all the time.
But again, on that, so looking at the two sides and looking at us, like when I first met you, obviously we was Championship, and you used to always message me going, "You boys pop it, you boys pop it." What have you made of us making that step up? Because I think naturally we've had to change our game a little bit.
Yes, you're right. I've always loved from Championship. When you first come into Premier League, you still tried.
Yeah. And
I think quickly, your gaffer's sort of gone, well, hang on a minute, this ain't going to get results, and slowly but surely, because you ain't going to change straight away of what's got you there. It's going to stay in your DNA. It's going to be there a little bit, and I think just naturally, playing out from the back, you got caught a few times, and naturally you sort of go back foot, and it just naturally happens. A progression to stay in the Premier League, you know, pressure that comes with as well, because you need serious big kahunas to roll out from the back like you used to playing champ. Fulham got caught out.
You still do, yeah.
You still do.
Now we've got David Raya back. And
absolutely, but it's reigned in a fraction because it was Barca-esque Championship level, and you could do it. But when you got now the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City pressing, then you find that, hang on a minute, it's got to be short, then flipping behind, you know, you're trying to beat the press. So I think naturally your gut and your gaffer's been fantastic.
Yeah, what do you make of Thomas?
He's the nuts. He's just like so much energy. I'd love to play for him.
Well, I was going to say, out of the two sides, where do you think you fit in better?
Yeah, it's a horrible question because West Ham's my love. But I said to you before we switched the cameras on that Brentford are that team that I think a lot of... It's a second team. Leicester done it a few years ago when they won the league. And if you love your football, I think Brentford are a team that you really... You know, even look at Gary Neville and Carra when they do a Monday night football there. They love it because, you know, you're a little bit of the underdog. But not even that, your quality shines through. And I think your gaffer's brought a lot to that to the table. And your players you got. So I love Brentford, always have. And localish team to us, you know.
You didn't answer that.
Pardon?
West Ham or Brentford?
I've tried to swear. For football reasons, Brentford. Yeah. But for heart reasons, West Ham. Can I just sit in the middle? Because I do love you. I think he's a fantastic...
imagine you with Ericsson in that midfield.
And this is what I'm saying.
You can go box to box.
Yeah, but then imagine me with Rice.
Yeah, that's energy. But just... Norgard would just sweep. Dirty work. You could go box to box, then just...
I see it. Stu, I see it. But I can't say. Yeah. How can I say that when West Ham fans will probably be watching this? But yeah, fantastic, both teams. I'm going to sit right on the fence, Stu. You're not going to get a yes or no out of me.
One thing I don't think you're going to sit on the fence with, prediction, two clubs going to go head-to-head Sunday.
I think the bigger hurt comes from you. I think staying in the Prem, you know, that's... Don't get me wrong. If you was to split as a football player, I'm just being in that dressing room. You have a lot more to lose. Yeah. Brentford. Do you get what I mean? Not staying in the Prem, you know. So... But it doesn't work like that, football. It doesn't pan out on paper like that. That's an hard one to call, Stu. I'm just being honest with you.
Because obviously we got the result at your place earlier in the season, a bit of a smash and grab last minute.
Your place would be pumping, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's one thing this year. I know you got to come down to a game, mate. It's lively at our place. See,
I know. I haven't been to a West Ham game yet. It gives us a chance.
I'm not going to be biased. I think we've got a chance.
Yeah, 100% you got a chance. I'm just being... We're tough to beat at the minute. Yeah. We're tough to beat. We grind out a result. But I think you might have enough to just nick it. Yeah. I think And in a weird way, I hope you do, because it helps staying.
Well, look, mate, cheers. Appreciate your time, and I've got a couple of tickets if you do want to come down.
Yes, Stu Pog. Still got to say, though, go on, you Irons!
Yes!